Hi, what's up guys? It's your girl Cheryl Blessing and welcome back again to another video. I'm really sorry if there's a lot of echo. As you can tell, I'm in a large room, so all the sound is just bouncing off all the walls. Anyway, how you been? How you doing? How's your week going? I'm feeling so good. I'm super excited this week. It's been such a bomb start to the week and yeah, good vibes only. So today I have a very exciting video for you guys. I want to trade some professional tips that I have, and I want to tell you a story, a very funny story of my first time going for a job interview and my first time just having a job. So let's just get right into that. I hope you enjoy this video.
Reaching for the stars, always on the right road. 사실 어떤 길이라도 그게 상관없지. Finna make it work, 늦더라도 고른 삶은 마치 롤렛, 당층까지 rolling. I put on down, give 'em all, give 'em 100. I got a lot on my mind, 아직은 나 힘이 들어도 I'm grinding. 나는 나의 싫지 않아. 목소리 내야 해, 목소리 내야 돼 더. Got a different view, 여유롭게 달려.
I know you're wondering why I'm dressed like this today, because you're used to me being casual and shit. Let me just move back. Do you see the whole outfit? I don't know if you can see it so well, but it's like an Ankara suit and I love it. I love it. It's just making me feel like an African boss or something. So anyway, I want to tell you about my first job ever and a few things I learned from that first job. So first of all, this was straight out of high school. This was a few months after high school, and I don't think we'd gotten our results yet. So we were just waiting. I didn't know what I was going to do in future, whatnot. It was just chilling and vibing, and honestly just taking a break because it was tough on the streets. It was tough. So anyway, I remember we were just at home. My cousin and I, we finished in the same year, and we didn't have much of an allowance because my mom being an African mom, parents were too walikuwa, like you have to earn these things, you just don't get money like that. Who do you think you are, Uhuru's children? You don't. So my mom suggested we get a job and I was up for the idea. I was very excited because first of all I wanted the experience and I would not have minded the extra coin because honestly, yeah, I was up for it. So the next day she came with a newspaper, and I think, is it the classifieds that has the jobs and the ads and all that? I believe it was the classifieds. There was a job about high school graduates. You don't require much of qualifications, you don't require a degree or any experience. Fresh out of high school, come in, weekly payout is 6,000 to 10,000. I was sold. Honestly, I was sold. Hapo for 6,000 to 10,000. I was sold. I was like, yeah, where do I sign up? Where am I coming to the interview? What am I doing? When? And that was the first mistake. Because honestly, when a deal is too good to be true, ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. Because nothing is ever going to make you that much if you're not putting in some work or doing some shady stuff. No, it's never that easy, not on the streets. So anyway, I was excited and I remember I even told 2 of my friends. So I was like, hey, so I found out about this job and I don't know if you want to make extra coin, we can go in, the interview is tomorrow, blah 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 blah. They were excited, so we went. we went like the clowns we went. So yeah, I remember I was even pressuring them at some point. I was like, yeah, we have to go there early because you don't want to be late. We have to make a first impression. Which is right. Always make a good first impression. But then, and it was a warehouse. I remember walking in and I didn't almost believe that's why we were going to make 6,000 to 10,000. I was like, are you sure? But then yeah, we went. I even called. When we got there, I called the guy who we'd talked to confirm that we were in the right place because it did not make sense to me. And that should have been red flag number 2 because what are these? Honestly, what are these? So anyway, we got there and we sat through the interview. I remember there was a lady who interviewed me. She seemed professional. Alikuwa mzuri, I'm not going to lie. She was very, very nice. She talked to me about my experience, asked me about myself, the regular interview questions, and her main focus was my people and sales skills. And I should have probably asked questions based on that and realized it was going to be a sales job and asked, what are we selling? Who are we selling to? Products ni nini? What are the services? I didn't ask. So at that point where she was like, do you have any questions? My question was, when do we start? Clown. So that's tip number 2. Whenever you go for an interview, have some questions prepared. Know exactly what you're going to ask the interviewees. Do not be afraid to interview them. Honestly, you're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. You want to see if this is the right fit for you, if this company is going to take care of you, if there are any added benefits, what description your job is, what are you required to do in this company. Honestly, ask questions. So I didn't ask questions. My question was like, tunaanza lini? When are we starting? I am ready. I am prepared. I am prepared to come and lay my life. Yeah, tunaanza lini. So I was prepared. I was so ready to just go there and do the thing. Just do the thing, grind and start making this moolah. So I was such a clown. So afterwards, a few of us were told to stay behind. Some of them were told to leave. And I was excited because my friends, my cousin and I, we were all still there. So I was like, yes. You know, yeah. We deserve this. We're in the right place. And the next day, no, actually the same day they told us, so the next day we have to come in with some official attire, like full official attire. And that excited me because I was like, yeah, you know, this is a proper job. And yet number to dress officially, this is a proper job. And I remember we went back home and we had to look for slacks for my cousin because he didn't have any official pants, he didn't have a tie or something. We had to look for a couple of things just to be very official when we go in for the job. And I remember I'd even bought a wig for this job. When I think about it, it just kasirishas me. Honestly, I bought a wig for this job because I'd done just a very crazy cut on my hair because I was experimenting. It was after high school. I was experimenting and trying some things. So yeah, we went in the next morning super early. I woke up super early and I'm not a morning person. I was like, you know, we have to go. We don't want to be late. We have to go and get this grind on. We got there. Back to the warehouse. And we were told to just stand around, and then we were grouped with some mentors. So each of us was given one person to work with. And I assumed it's going to be work around the office. I don't know why I assumed that, considering the previous day I'd not seen so many people in the office aside from the people who were being interviewed. Then tukapata bags, tukapata some huge bags. And what was in these bags? What was inside this fucking bags? Thermoses. Unaona zile thermos kubwa za chama, those huge thermoses. Let me insert a photo right here. Those big thermoses. That was what was inside the bags. And it wasn't just 1 or 2 or 3 thermoses. There were a few. We literally had to walk around with this and sell them. And I remember in the interview we were asked, do you have a car or can you drive? So the fact that I was asked that made me think, oh my god, you know, this is super professional and they wouldn't be asking these things about driving if you don't have CG to do some very serious job. They were asking because they wanted to add more thermoses to people who had cars. You know? It was wild. And the street, I don't know if I described the street. The street for the building was ile street inakwanga before Ngara, that ka street that's there, that ka chuo. It's like you're going to KBC or UON. I don't know what it's called, but there's that roundabout and then there's like a street just off that Barabara to Ngara. and there's a couple of companies in there. So yeah, the company was there. So yeah, tukabeba hizi thermos, me and my mentor, from Okochini all the way to Kenko. All through, he used to pop into shops and ask them, Saseni, niko na thermos, mnataka kubuy? And I was shocked. I was shocked because this is not what I expected. And it was just so cute. I looked so fucking good. I was proud of my outfit that day. And then this is what I'm coming to do over here. You know, didn't make sense. Did not make sense. So anyway, I'm sorry. Just fixing myself shamelessly over here. Anyway, we came all the way to NHIF, the offices, and we had to try and get into the offices. So literally sneaking into the offices to sell the thermos or whatnot to these mamas in the office. And I remember this guy told me, you know, I have a connection, he can get us in, because you either need to have a connection to allow you, Useme, you're going to see that person, or you need to bribe the Wuchis and the Getmen. So yeah, he got us in. We went literally from office to office, from building to building, whatnot, just selling them. You see these guys who sell things in matatus, when they stand and they're like, you know, I have menthols here, I have rulers, I have pencils. I had a newfound respect for them because me and that same WhatsApp group, I was in the same WhatsApp group with these people. This door-to-door salesman, I was a door-to-door salesman. I was a door-to-door saleswoman. So yeah, and I couldn't leave because first of all, between my cousin and I, we had one phone, and we'd agreed after all the theatrics, after all the day's work, we'll meet back at the office and head home pamoja. There was no way I could have left without informing him, and I didn't have the number of his mentor, and there was no way I could even call his mentor and be like, yo, tell my cousin we're dipping. You know, and I also couldn't go back to the office and just sit around and wait for him because how? So at some point, I was texting with my other friend because one of them didn't come back. She was lucky. I think she found out before and she didn't show up. So there were three of us, my cousin, me, and that other friend. So the other friend texts me through the day and she's like, you know, this is not what I expected. We were just going back and forth and comparing experiences and being shocked. It was just like, wow, are we really doing this? So at some point, at like 12-ish, she said, me, I'm dipping by the way, I'm going back home because this is not what I want. This is not the thing that I deserve to be doing. She left me. Okay, we weren't in the same place, but she left. And I wanted to do the same thing, but I couldn't have because of my cousin. So I stuck it out through the whole day, and then later in the evening, we met back at the office, and they had to give reviews of all the interviewees. So we passed, my cousin and I passed, and we were like, tomorrow come in, you'll start afresh, you'll go around with your own stuff. Meaning, your own thermoses, or sufurias, or spoons or something. I don't even know what they would have given us the next day. I heard sijui, honestly, me sijui. So we went home with my cousin. On our way, he told me about seeing his mentor crying at some point because they went to this one place and the Wuchi was so rude because she didn't know anyone in that building. The Wuchi was so rude, she nearly cried. Or she cried. I don't even know. So sad. So very sad. So my cousin and I in passing were just like, are we really coming back to do this? Nah. So we just agreed in passing that we weren't going back. So the next day, our alarms went off. And I remember he came to my room, knocked, and he was like, Sharon, tunaenda, no mimi siendi. And he went back to bed. That's how you study Lisha. So later on, at like 6 something, mom comes and wakes us up. And she's like, are you guys going to work? You're going to be so late. We're like, mom, hatuendi. Because first of all, we'd walked around the whole day and I'd made a mistake of wearing heels. Because I thought we're looking professional. I was trying to look cute. I was trying to look good and make a good impression on the people in the office, and they'd be like, oh yeah, that's Kadem, she's looking very, very good. Joke was on me. Joke was on me. I'm telling you, I was so tired. I was so tired because we walked around the whole day. And then I think we went back to the office at like 4 or 5 something. So since 8 to 5, we've just been walking around lugging this whole thermoses. And I had like a 30-minute break for lunch. Which lunch I take for lunch? It was some salad or something. So yeah, I was definitely not going back to that job. It was not my calling. I'd rather have died than gone back to sell those thermoses. Honestly, nah. And all through the day, the previous day, the guy I was with kept convincing me and telling me, this is a good job. I've made about 150K just working like this. You just need to have dedication. You need to have a good spirit. When someone talks to you vibaya, just go in with a smile and be like, oh, I'm sorry, what now? My nigga, what? Me sasa, me. Woo! I never went back. That was the end. And that was just a wrap for my first job. I didn't even apply for any other jobs for months afterwards because I was so scarred by that one experience. I never forgot it. I never forgot that. And I low-key thank God for that experience because it taught me some few things. First of all, do your research. Before you go anywhere, do your research. We should have done research on that place before we went there and wasted our fare and our time and our energy. We should have done our research. Tip number 2, an actual tip, ask the right questions. Before you go anywhere, ask the right questions. While you're there, find out more about what they do, what services they offer, what products, what's your job description. Find out more about the job that you're interviewing for. Tip number 3, always question. When the deal is too good, ukiona kwa 6 to 10K, ukiona 100K monthly, sijui uone nini hapo. Ask questions, because baby girl unaweza kuwa unaskamiwa tu hapo. Unaweza enda hapo alafu ambiwe, shika hizi mavijiko uende uuze. Facts. Honestly, you have to ask the right questions all the time. Everywhere you go, remember, it's not just an interview for you. You are also interviewing the company. You want to know, if I come here, am I going to be happy? Is this exactly what I need to be doing right now? So ask the right questions, and yeah, the rest is have a good impression. Know your worth. And then they ask you, how much do you want to be earning? Don't lower your value just because you're afraid they're going to be shocked by what you say. Do some research. Find out what's the average pay for the people in the level that you're applying for or the job that you're applying for. Then state your worth based on that and based on your experience and your expertise and your qualifications. Don't just sell yourself short. Go in knowing that you are the prize, honey. You are the bag, and they need to secure that. And you need to put a proper value on the bag. So yeah, just a few tips. I don't know if I've forgotten anything else. I'll probably link them down below. And jobs are not always easy. They're not always what you expect them to be. I've had a few jobs in my lifetime, and some of them have turned out to be exactly what I wanted. Some of them did not. There was one job I expected to talk about office all the time, just writing and interacting with some professional writers and whatnot. Nah. It was online. Unaifanya kwenyu. Allow you submit your work. Wow, that was such a scam as well. But anyway, have the right information, ask the right questions, do your research, and know what you're getting into. Every single time before you do anything, know exactly what you're getting into. I think I'll end the video there, just in case I rant and go off topic, which I often do. And yeah, I hope you've learned something from that first job story that I've just told you, because it was wild. I learned a few things from that. Honestly, I still carry lessons from that experience to date. Sai siwezi ingia tu kwa ofisi alafu niambiwe sijui ati coming tomorrow dress professional alafu nikuje. Okay, I will, but I'll ask questions before I come in. You know, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I hope that's helped you, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share it with your friends, share it with your family, and let's get this community going on. Honestly, I love what I've been doing here so far. I love all the content that I've put out to you. I love all the feedback that I've been getting, and I hope you're enjoying the content as well. You can DM me, you can send me a text. I'll link my socials down below so that you let me know what exactly you'd like me doing. What sort of self-care advice would you like? What sort of professional advice? What sort of creative stuff would you want me to be doing out there? So that being said, my name is Shirley Blessing, and this has been so much fun. I have to go now. My mind is straying because I'm thinking of all the other things I should be doing as well. So I'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming back here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.